And welcome back to Food Boost Cigars. This is episode number 3. Wow, crazy. Number 3 already. Look at that. Tonight's topic, Teremana Tequila. Teremana Tequila, some shrimp tacos, a Casa Magna cigar, and to tie it all together, a special dessert just for all of you. Want to welcome back the guests from last week. Thank you all for being here. Chris, Josh, welcome back.
Hello.
How are y'all?
Hey, everybody.
What's going on?
Doing good. Happy Tuesday, Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
Yep. But it's really Tequila Tuesday if we're doing this, right?
Well, did you bring a drink?
I'm right here, sir. I'm all set. I got beverages. I'm ready to go.
Hold on. Do we all have the same beverage?
Look at that.
Oh, a little sync today. Just so you know, we're not all next to each other, which is the best part. So, I got some family members in the audience. Got my Clubhouse friends in the audience, Facebook friends. Thank you all for being here. Let's dive right into it. Teremana Tequila. Why Teremana? Why did I pick Teremana this week? Well, it's Tuesday, it's tequila, and I don't drink tequila. So, wanted to try something new. Wanted to learn more about Jalisco, Mexico, which is the highest town in Mexico. And everybody keeps talking about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's tequila, Teremana. So I decided to buy a bottle. Luckily, the bottle did not break. The bottle did not break. That's one thing. 2, it did not break my what do you call it? Good old wallet. And it actually tastes pretty good. So Teremana. I got the Blanco. Chris has the Blanco, and so does Josh. So I'm gonna smell it. Citrus right off the nose. It's actually pretty good. Taste it.
Cheers.
Cheers to you. And that tequila is not as sweet as I thought it was going to be.
No.
And when you think of tequila from Jalisco, it's usually sweeter. And this celebrity brand, yes, it's a celebrity brand. It's tasty. It's not sweet. It's spicy, citrus, and ties together really nicely. With that, I'd like to hear from Chris as to what you would pair it with. What is the recipe? What is the dish? What are we doing with this tequila?
Well, I sent over a little photo. So it's Taco Tuesday. We got a little tequila. So I figured why not do a little tequila shrimp taco. So it's a simple recipe. You in a nonstick pan, you just saute your shrimp. Once they start to turn, I like to make, for me personally, I make an avocado crema to go with that. On the top, a little bit of the Mexican cheese. I can't pronounce it properly. There's my boy Barry. That's right. I am the original Fat Boy Snacks with Fat Asses, Barry. That's right, boys. So, but it's just a lime tequila shrimp. Simple avocado in the taco. Heat up your tortilla, corn, flour, whichever you'd like. I prefer corn on the shrimp. It's a little more texture, I feel. The flour one's a little more blandish. So that's my dish that I would go with Teremana. Hopefully the Rock can smell what I'm cooking. You know what I mean?
Ooh, I like that. Now, I believe I did invite the Rock. I invited him. He said that he was watching Moana with the family. And you know what's funny? I love Moana. Josh, aka my favorite person, I like to call him Maui. What cigar are we smoking?
All right, so we're gonna do the Casa Manga. So the reason why they called it the way they called it was as a play on Dominus Magnus, which is kind of Roman times. Um, it's a full body Nicaraguan cigar. So for me, when I do Blanco tequila in general, I generally like a full body Nicaraguan. You can also do a full body Dominican, but sometimes that Nicaraguan is gonna add that spice because it's a Blanco. It's not really aged, so you're not gonna get none of that sweetness that you're generally gonna get. But it's also gonna add some wood notes. It's gonna go in there, add some coffee bean to that Teremana, and it's gonna kind of blend well with the shrimp and adding to the avocado with that little bit of cheese cutting through. It's gonna be a nice round in the middle, right there going through. It's not gonna overpower, but you're gonna get a lot of flavor. So it's not gonna kick you on the butt where you're gonna be like, oh, you're getting super crazy buzz, but it's gonna give you tons of flavor, tons of spice that you're gonna enjoy.
Now, let me ask you, Josh, is that a
Mhm.
box press?
Yes, that is a box press, full on box press, not a soft box press.
I'll
A
do
lot
it.
of people don't, yeah, a lot of people don't like the box press. This cigar does come in a normal shape. That name is a little bit different, but they're all the same. So this one that's box press is the Dominus Optimus. If you want to get the regular, just the regular circle, regular normal press is the Dominus Prime. So that cigar, they're pretty much similar. They will
It-
smoke different on how fast and how slow it will burn.
back in the day, I had Optimus Prime. It was a truck.
You know, it's
But
funny. I actually had a prime rib sandwich
there you
for
go.
There you
lunch.
go. There you go. There you go.
Jordan, would you make a cocktail with the Terramana? Something that's
Absolutely.
like light and refreshing, or
Absolutely. So with this tequila and with the dish that we have, the shrimp tacos and the nice cigar to finish it, I'd go with a minty mule. Not a minty Moscow mule, just a minty mule. So the mint, the spicier notes, the citrus notes, and then paired that with a nice light but yet hearty meal, and then a nice cigar. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
nice.
Uh, Easy to make. Your ginger beer, your mint, simple syrup,
Yep.
Teremana, Blanco tequila.
I think all those flavors work together, gentlemen.
I mean,
Yep.
it's great stuff. Thank you, Dean. Thank you, Dean, for the shout out. All right. Now we
Why?
got a question from the audience. Why not a box press? Why don't you like box presses, Chris? What is it about it? What is it?
So for me, it's just the feel of the cigar. It's that edge. It just doesn't feel right to me. It's that the degenerate on my mother's side. I feel like I'm ready to roll dice instead of smoke a cigar. so I when I hold it, it's not comfortable for me, and I'm looking at the burn differently
Yep.
from the ash. So that's the only thing. The actual flavor profile. Now, Josh, you have to educate me on that. I don't know if that's any different.
There
Um,
will be a slight difference because
is it
the box press will allow more air in through the sides of your mouth. So because the way it's box pressed, it kind of sits on your lips easier than having your mouth as an O shape. So there is a slight difference in that. But generally with a box press, you may get a little bit more sweetness or a little bit more spice. That's generally up to your palate. Um, but with just a regular round gauge cigar, you're gonna just get pretty much what they were going for. Now you just have to take it down to size. So now generally if a blender wants to go into size, then that'll be like, oh, he blended it in a 6 by 42, which would be the ring gauge and the length of the cigar. That will dictate if they're different or not. But a box press, depending on your palate, could obviously give you more pepper or more sweetness because of the airflow and keep the cigar cooler. So if you're somebody who smokes a lot, like keeps puffing and puffing and puffing, a box press may generally not get as hot faster.
Now, can you get the canoe? You know how people say the canoe, and for anybody that doesn't know what a canoe is, it's
You
when
can get
you're
the
lighting your
canoe.
cigar
Yep.
and it
wait?
just
What is it? To
what's
me, it's a
that?
boat. What are you talking about? I
Oh,
don't know
it,
what
it,
you're
it is a boat, right? Yeah, everybody knows it's a boat. But when smoking a cigar, and I know Josh can help me with this.
Yep.
If the wind, for instance, or the lighting of the stick and the way that you're drawing the smoke in, it starts to canoe, kind of comes
Yep.
in on an angle.
Yeah, so there's two different ways that you can go with the canoe. The canoe could also be if you're puffing on it for too long. Like if the cigar is so good that you just like, oh, I can't put it down, and you keep puffing and puffing and puffing, you may canoe the cigar, or you may burrow a hole down the middle because you're burning the tobacco too fast. There's simple ways to kind of fix that. Is kind of just like you could make sure you have an even burr going around your cigar, so it doesn't canoe on you on one side or the other side.
Let me ask you real quick with the cigar. Does it matter on a box cut if you use a V cut versus a
No,
punch? Like
no,
that,
it
none of
doesn't
that
matter.
matters.
None of that. That's all personal preference.
Okay.
So punch, you're going to control the airflow more, like because it's a smaller hole, so you have to just control how much you're inhaling or puffing through. A straight cut is generally just a flat surface, so that's just going to give you as much smoke as possible. And a deep V is kind of the same way with the straight cut, getting more smoke without damaging the cap.
Okay.
I saw Alexa. That must be a relative of yours, correct, Jordan?
Yep.
You know what's funny? Because the reason how I knew it was a relative,
What's
because
that?
she said, "I have a question about the tequila." Like we could hear her. So, Alexa, we'd love to hear your question about the tequila.
Yes. What is the question I could help you with? And I have another question from our favorite friends on Clubhouse. Since it's tequila, since it's Tuesday, how do you make a brisket? Yeah.
Brisket tacos are okay.
Brisket tacos. Douse it with some Teremana tequila.
But I can't even say who's the relative to you.
So that is my sister.
Okay, I can't even say her name because the device I have in my room that's named after her, it keeps clicking every time I say that. Did anyone experience the burning feeling? So I did, but that's because if I was to drink the Teremana, I would prefer a blood orange margarita. To me, I need the sweetness to balance off that burn. But I'm like a little girl would drink sometimes. So a couple of weeks ago, I had a buddy of mine had the avocado margarita, which was more of almost like a Slurpee type. It's very thick, but the rim of the glass was covered with cayenne pepper and salt. Too much. When I had the restaurant, I would only do half if they wanted it salted. This way, they don't have to get it in every sip if they wanted. But guess to that.
So to answer your question, as I mentioned in the beginning, not a huge tequila fan. The reason for it, I had a bad experience in college. Sorry, Mom. I did drink in college. But I was drinking stuff that was mass produced, and I just wasn't a fan of it. So trying this and having that thought, okay, you're smelling it. That's the biggest thing. If whenever you're tasting something new, always make sure you're smelling it, because the smell will definitely give you a little hint as to what you're going to be tasting. For the burn part, one of two things you could do. Either you could drop a little water in it to dilute it, put a little bit of ice in it to dilute it, make a margarita, make a minty mule, or do a shot of it. And guess what? You got to do it this way. You have to snort the salt, put the lime in your eye, and take the shot. That's what I learned in college. Did I ever do that? Absolutely not.
Allegedly.
Do any of you do the training wheels when you do your shots, the tequila?
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah? You do the lime, put the salt, lick it the whole bit, lick it, stick it the whole bit.
So I don't
do shots?
I don't usually do I don't do shots. Plus my mom and my grandma are watching, so I don't drink. But cheers. No, but all good. All in good fun. But no, I don't necessarily take shots of tequila. Again, it's not something that I usually order. That's why I'm still kind of shocked that I did a tequila tonight. But I do have a surprise for everybody, and that surprise is, well, I'm gonna put it up on the bottom of the screen. All right.
Well, today is what?
Today is National S'mores Day.
S'mores.
National S'mores Day.
So
And
for a little
guess
gift
what?
to everybody in the audience, the three of us spoke about it and we said, hey, listen, we know it's going to be tequila and s'mores don't really go with the cigar, the shrimp taco, and the tequila that we're doing. But hey, it's National S'mores Day. So why not do a s'mores that's a little different? And if you're going to get anything different, it's going to come from me, right? So
Now, is this the ultimate fat boy snack?
this is one of them. This is definitely a version of a ultimate s'mores fat boy. I mean, the reason it's called s'mores is because your mouth's full with one and you want more. That's all you were trying to say. Give me s'more. that's how they named it.
Like that?
Give us s'mores. That's it. That's right, Misty. That's it. Your mouth was full with one and you want some more. So for my version, it's going to be a little different.
Before I post it.
Go ahead. What'd you say?
We'll do a little countdown, a little 3, 2, 1 action. You ready?
All right. 3, 2. Put the picture.
Just kidding. Look at that.
All right. So this is my version of a s'mores. It's your traditional graham crackers, but I use fluff instead of the traditional marshmallow because you could spread it evenly. Dip half of that bad boy in dark chocolate. Earlier today, we were talking on Clubhouse prior, and definitely go with the dark chocolate, but finish it with some pretzels and some sea salt because salt and chocolate is great, and crunch and marshmallows is even better. Now, the secret that you don't see in here due to the photo, Nutella. Add a little bit of Nutella inside of your marshmallow fluff. Just take your marshmallow fluff in a bowl, mix it with a little bit of Nutella so you get that all together at one time. Warm it up real fast onto the graham cracker, dip it into the chocolate, let it set, crumble as it's setting, crumble up your little pretzel sticks, and finish with sea salt. That is a fat boy snack for National S'mores Day, folks.
Yep.
That's my way of doing it. It's different, but
now,
hey, it does work with the cigar, though.
It works with the cigar.
It works with the cigar.
What we got in comments about that s'mores?
In the comments, who wants to see that photo one more time? Because and also, I believe my sister wants to put in an order. Do you take orders by any chance?
I only listen to you, Jordan. So the only orders I take are from you. Listen, I tell you what, Alexa, I'll make a batch of s'mores for you. We'll do some tequila shots, and this way we won't feel the burn. We'll have a good day. Don't tell Grandma.
Don't tell Grandma. I'm gonna get a call after this. By the way.
Nah, it's all right. Grandma and I are going to do shots of Manischewitz off the table. It'll be great.
That's funny. That's funny. That is awesome. So I want to go back. I'm going to show that photo one more time. Again, happy National S'mores Day to everybody. I knew it's not just Tequila Taco Tuesday. Now we got National S'mores Day. Boom. But look at that photo one more time. That is a salty. Look at that.
There you go.
That looks good.
So I tell you what, we're gonna put up the shrimp and taco recipe on the. You're gonna put it up on the website or the Facebook. All right, so on the website. So everybody, I will drop exactly. I mean, it's simple ingredients, but I'll drop it all down there so that everybody can just remember. You can always refer back to the Facebook Live that we're doing now, but this way you have one central location to go back for the ultimate fat boy snacks. Maybe I'll throw in a couple of different ingredients that I like to do as well with that. Well, somebody mentioned, I believe it was Lisa. I want to be positive about doing it with Reese's peanut butter cups. So you could put the marshmallow on the outside, and then you could burn that part and have the chocolate melt on the inside. But the key is chocolate graham crackers, not chocolate covered.
See, this is my grandma. Here she is.
Hello, how are you, Grandma?
So
I would love to see Jordan make those s'mores.
And for anybody in the audience, Marshmallow Fluff was not my college name. I just wanted to make sure we made that very clear. But I had a
chocolate. You want to answer that question?
Go ahead.
What's that?
You want to answer that question, Jordan?
I will answer that question. Dean, to your question, an inexpensive bourbon. Now, mind you, we are all in different states, taxes and all that stuff. We won't get into it, so I don't know what actually the price would be. But I would go with a Maker's Mark. That's what I would go with. It is not too expensive. It's in your let's call it $40 to $50 range. It is light, but yet has that not smoky, but that spicier taste to it. It's sweet and spicy. So kind of like that Brothers Bond, which is nice. But yeah, no, this is good stuff. Oh man, what is this? College? No, oh no, I'm not even gonna read that. Nor am I gonna put it on there. So, with that, gentlemen, thank you again for a great episode of Food Booze Cigars live on Facebook, episode number 3. To anybody else in the audience, please like, follow, share. We will be running these rooms every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, and we look forward to seeing you all next week. With that,
good night, Grandma.
Good night, family. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.